All right, take two. Good morning, everyone. It is Dr. Alicia Griffith. Many of you call me Dr. Allie. I'm your autism mom communication coach. And I wanted to pop in this morning for a quick morning of giving you guys some tips because I have a few autism moms that are concerned about tomorrow, which is going to be Christmas. And they have shared some things that they're concerned about. And I was reading and I was helping and providing advice, providing some coaching as they expressed their concerns for the holidays. And then something popped into me and say, why not just pop in visually and give you the answers? Because if you are concerned, that means there are a lot of other moms out there that are concerned. So as you're coming in, just let me know where you're coming from and tell me how old is your amazing gift in your life. I like to call them amazing gifts. Those are our children on the autism spectrum because I do believe that each of them are amazing and that they are gifts to you, me, and to the entire world. So yes, I call them amazing gifts. So join me in with that. Before I get started, let me tell you a little bit about me. I am the mom of, hi Felicia, thanks for joining. I'm a mom of an 11-year-old son. His name is Zachary. He is on the autism spectrum. He was diagnosed officially close to 3 years of age. However, I noticed a lot of the signs earlier, as most of us moms do. I am also an audiologist and speech pathologist, excuse me, with the movement, working in the field for close to 20 years. So I am coming with an arsenal of tools and tips that I've used over the 20 years with other children, other moms and dads, and most importantly, the last 11 years with my own son. Because of him, as a result of having my wonderful son, I wrote Amazing Gift, A Journey to Autism Acceptance, which is always available at amazinggift.com if you want some more tools and tips towards autism acceptance. So there you go. That's the book. Thank you and welcome to Dr. Allie Griffith's Facebook page. This is where I come in and I share tips and tricks with you. So as you're coming in, there's a share button at the bottom. Just press that share button because this is not only for me, but it's for many others out there that need this information. So I'm hoping that Wi-Fi is going to be good to us today because it is the day before holidays and a lot of people are jumping on doing lives and using the internet for different purposes because tomorrow is Christmas. And that's the main reason why I came in today. Tomorrow is Christmas, and a lot of us are feeling overwhelmed with so many different things. Some of the concerns I shared, and you feel free to type in what are your concerns for Christmas tomorrow and your amazing gift. Some homes are concerned because now there's a break in routine. There's no more school. Schools are closed. We have 5 days. Hi, how are you? We have 5 days. To some, it's going to be 7 if you count the weekend, or 9, or for those who had the Friday before, close to 10 days off from school. So that's 10 days with a break in routine. And we already know our kids, when there's a break in routine, you're going to see differences and challenges and moments of breakdowns where if we're prepared, then we can move forward with this and still be successful and have an amazing holiday. So these tips and tools are not only for tomorrow, but it goes past tomorrow. It goes through the week. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I spent 7 days on how to create amazing gifts so that we can be prepared with activities that we can do at home while school was closed. I believe it. Yes, I know. Trust me, I feel the same way because I have been through it. I have been through it for the last 11 years. Hi, Carla. Thanks for joining. And I know I have more years to go through because no matter what, no matter how much of a coach or expert I am, that doesn't change what Zachary's going to have to go through. There will always be that breaking routine. The best way that we can do is be prepared. So the first thing I want you to type down is be prepared. That's the first tip, right? We have to be prepared of what's coming ahead so it doesn't throw us off guard. If we're thrown off guard, then of course, then there is no solution. There's no way to get through what's going to happen. So when we are prepared for the unexpected, or prepared for the unexpected, then we know that we're putting our tools together to deal with it as it comes. So the first thing is scheduling, right? There's going to be a break in schedule. That's one of our main concerns. 5 days there's no school. How can you get prepared? And even being prepared for going and handling Christmas. Christmas to some exciting, yay, time of celebration, time of family. To some of our babies, all they see is overwhelm. All they see is an overwhelm of people, an overwhelm of gifts, an overwhelm of visual things around them that throws them off. And then there's that change in schedule, that change in routine. People are either coming into the house or you're traveling to someone else's house. So now you have a change in the actual physical environment that for any child on the spectrum, they get nervous. And what happens when we're nervous? We flip out, we wig out. We don't know what to do. So our response is, ah! So that's our concern. How do we prevent this? Create a schedule, a visual schedule, letting them know what the day of Christmas is going to look like. You're going to let them know that at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and you just create a visual. Yes, he has a hard time settling back into the flow. Absolutely. And I'm going to go into that part about dealing with the break after, or either in another one, or either in another live, or if we have time towards the end, because I don't want to make this too long. I want to come in, give you guys the tips and tools, and move out. Guys, make sure you put some hearts and likes, because Facebook loves to see interaction. They want to make sure that you guys are getting this information and that you're loving and liking it. So the best way you can do that is keep talking back to me so we can have a dialogue, not just me in a monologue, but we're talking back and forth. You're liking, you're loving, and you're sharing. That way, they know that this is good information, and they'll keep us close to the top of your news feeds and to others that need this information, because this is not only for us moms, but this is also for our family members. They need this information because they don't understand what we go through during the holidays. All they see is the glitz, the glamour, the shimmer, and they're not seeing the frustration. My schedules are now off whack. There are now more people in my house, and my child may or may not wig out at any moment. Do you know how that makes us feel, like pins and needles? Because we're not sure what's going to happen at any time. So our best way is to be prepared. So make sure you type that down. I will be prepared. The first way of being prepared, like I mentioned before, is to keep a visual schedule of how the day is going to look like. And now it's up to you to try and keep this schedule as much as you can. Now, you don't want to do it where it's so fine-tuned that it doesn't allow opportunity for flexibility, but you want to do it so they have an idea what is coming next. So they know in the mornings, and she's autistic, she hates the school breaks. Girl, a lot of them do, because it's a change in routine. So as much as you can, help them by providing visuals, create schedules, even for the week you're going to be off. Try and create something that's similar to what school looks like, where it's reading in the morning, it's playtime, it's their break time, it's lunchtime, it's more reading or math, and then it'll be circle time or social time. It's something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be very complicated, and it doesn't have to be very streamlined like it's school, but start off with some sort of preparation. Guys, remember to share this at the bottom so others can get the information, especially if you may not be the only one that's around your child during the holidays. So the first thing we're going to do is scheduling. The second thing we're dealing with is at the table if they're going to eat the foods. I heard this like 3-4 times in another group where their concern was, oh my God, I'm making all these foods, and is my child even going to eat all these things that I'm preparing? Most of you already know the answer. And the answer is probably not, because you say it's Christmas and because you've prepared all these things and you're excited about the things, doesn't mean that they think it's going to be so excited to have all these options of food, the 50 million plates and platters that's on the table. once again, visually overstimulating. You may not see it, but to any child, when they see all these foods, it's like, oh my God, no, too much. Not to say not to have it, but just consider it in your mind how you can create it more comforting for your child. And stick to what they like. Like even if everyone's eating macaroni and greens and ham and chicken or turkey or vegetables, if you know chicken nuggets is what they like, make sure you have those chicken nuggets close by. And have those chicken nuggets right on the platter with everyone else. Give them the opportunity to sit at the table for a few minutes, and then give them the opportunity, if they need to leave, that it's okay. Try your best to at least get 1 minute in, 2 minutes in, 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in. You know your child. Give them the opportunity. And if it's at a table where there are too many people and too much noise, maybe a smaller table close by would be helpful to them. So make sure it's an environment that it's comforting to them, even though you're still trying to meet the needs of your family. I'm not saying to reject everyone else's needs, but think of your child's needs and how you can make it more comfortable for them. Just put yourself in their shoes. And then I call it trading places. Once you trade places with them, then you begin to understand the overwhelm that everything looks like when there's so much at the table. All right, so number two, we're going to prepare the foods that they like. It's okay. They may not like everything else everyone has, or your special favorite peach cobbler pie or something that you know that everyone loves. Why won't they love it? And my son, we're about to move. I could see the anxiety and worry too. Hopefully you can inbox and thanks for your insight. All right, Bernita, absolutely. We'll give you access to me, of course, and we'll set up something where I can give you more personal information, more one-on-one towards you. Thanks for coming in, by the way, and make sure you get these tools for the weekend, okay? Especially for tomorrow. Let me just double check how my Wi-Fi is going. If we're looking clear, okay, great, good. I just double check, we're fine. Fantastic. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about are the gifts. Now, as you can see, my wonderful tree that Zachary decorated behind me. And if you look underneath, you will see that it's only a few presents that are underneath. And I'm not going to move my camera because if I shift my camera, I may not be able to get it back to this positioning with lighting that I just got. But there are probably 3 gifts that are under the tree, and he has more. But I have learned over time, because he's 11, so I've been through the trial and error period, which I want to remind you, this is trial and error. There's some things you're going to try. There's some tips and tools I'm going to suggest. Some are going to work and some are not going to work. For those who work one-on-one with me as their coach, then we move through those things faster so that maybe by next year it'll be more comfortable. For those who are now learning in the game, who are just trying and trying and trying, remember, it's trial and error. So you're going to try. Some things will work. Some things will work 1 year, and the next year may not work. What I've learned that works in my household is just taking out a few gifts at a time. So we'll give him 3 or 4. Maybe he'll open some in the morning. He's now 11, so he actually looked forward to opening them. He knows it's the morning time we open them. When I notice that he's getting tired or he looks like he's not interested anymore, I just stop trying to open and we just try back again later. Like, everything doesn't have to be by the rule of how you did it when you were younger. Create a new Christmas, create a new holiday so that your child can also find comfort in the day. The last tip, and this is my bonus tip to you guys, is to breathe. Take a breather. Allow yourself the ability to go with the flow. It's going to be a lot that's happening on that day. There are going to be a lot of people. Make sure you are allowing time. Make sure you're preparing. Make sure you are communicating with your child throughout the day. Switch shoes. Trade places with them. He likes to grab food. Too much food on the dinner makes him overwhelmed. Exactly, Anne. So we don't want to give so much food sometimes. Sometimes just put out one thing. It's okay to keep some of the things in the kitchen and just have that big turkey or that big main meal on the table so that everyone can still see it. You'll still have access to get the food onto the plates, but you've created a more comfortable place for him. Okay, and thanks for sharing. So, as you look forward to tomorrow, I want to wish you guys a happy holiday. And of course, the thread is open, so leave your questions. I'll come in, I'll answer as I can. Remember to share this out with everyone. And remember to stay active and communicative throughout the day. Keep talking to your child, keep giving them options. And for you today, start thinking, how can you prepare for tomorrow? Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys maybe Monday. Monday I'll pop in quickly and just give you guys some tools and tips on how to get through the week. But as for now, just know it'll include scheduling. So start getting your scheduling together. Bye, guys.